What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar of Magic, and I got a really special one for you today. Today we're going to be casting Emrakul, the Aeons Torn, in MTG Brawl. And this is just a 15 mana costed card, and it's very attainable, I would say, with the commander we have today, to actually do a hard cast. And what I mean is pay the 15 mana for this, have it uncounterable because that's in its text, and also taking that extra turn. And then we're going to be able to swing with this 15-15 and just simply win the game. The opponent is going to lose most of their permanents from that Annihilator 6 because they're going to have to sacrifice 6 permanents when this attacks. So if you like big Eldrazi stuff, make sure you like and subscribe for the video. Make a comment too. I would love engagement. Love to hear what you think of the deck. This is just like a Sultai Graveyard deck. That's pretty much the main gist of it. I'd have to say, we are coming up against some pretty hot competition today. We've seen some really cool decks. We've seen a cool Shadrick Civil Quill deck, a Muxus deck. But I think we've kind of like find like a good happy place with this particular one. So I do love the Mesmeric Orb, and I do love the staff. So we're definitely going to try this. Conduit Pylons is definitely becoming a fast favorite of mine, I have to say. Just that fact that you get to surveil right off the rip, and it just, ooh, that's very nice. So we're definitely like living our best life here with the Uggin's Labyrinth. We're going to have a very fast Staff of Completion here, so that's very cool for us. Probably just get right into maybe the Bahamut, I think would probably be appropriate here. And then we're right into the Staff. And we're little boys away from our Teval, but we're getting closer. So both of these are lit up here, so I think we could probably get this down, it looks like, and then perhaps get into our Emrakul. The thing is about this is that if you mill your Emrakul, you are in big trouble. So we definitely would just want to get the Emrakul in our hand right now, but we definitely would want to draw it. So it's at sorcery speed. Do I have 3 black? I don't think I do. So I think I'm just going to draw with this right now. Take a little bit of a hit, and that'll be fine. Probably could have made a Mirrex token, perhaps. Oh, I should definitely have tapped those down to get the additional mills. So be aware about like that for sure when you're playing this deck as well. I could just like have him take like a really lot of damage with like an Insatiable Everice here. I don't think I need more lands, but that would help. Yeah, this stuff is just going to be going away anyways. If I had double black, I think I could get the Emrakul. We can try for it. I think that's what see, I don't have it yet. I don't have the double black. So, how much do I need for that? I need 5. So I'm just 1 off. Okay. To be a little bit careful of this thing. I don't need those. This is just a mill for them. I think we will perhaps be able to go for our really big Emrakul this game. I think we're gonna have it on the first rip. That is a scary card. The Endstone is pretty scary for them, though. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Sucks. I have to get rid of that. I guess I could have drew. No. Yeah, I missed a mill again. think we go here, right? What do I get with that? There ain't nothing in there. Let's go like this. It's gonna hurt them. And this is end step, so this is always going to heal us to 12 life, so hopefully get Mr. Teval up, and then the end stone, and then we'll start gaining some life back. Because this will always bring you back to half your life total, which is, I guess, 13, because it's rounded up. Okay, that kind of sucks. Eldrazi Temple. This is going to take us to 1. So I just have to fade a lightning bolt. Nice. Oh no, Oppo. Sure. They don't like it. They didn't like that one. We had big dreams there. We were kind of on our way. Yeah, the Avarice, man, looked pretty good there. Just wasn't able to execute the double black. And the spree cards are kind of like that. I am a fan, though, of like those conduit pylons and stuff that just surveil my graveyard. We missed a lot of mills there, actually. But the Mesrim Orb did the thing. We were very equipped to basically cast anything from our hand moving forward there, and the endstone was perfect. So we'll do on the thumbnail, we'll do the endstone in the background, we'll put Emrakul, and then it'll be a hard cast. It'll be fantastic. And then Wizards is like, well, that was a freebie, so you get a freebie. Now we're gonna like match you up with some voodoo. The removal has been very good for our opponents today. Very good. So we got into like a little hell queue here. So, and that is far too slow. I did put a brainstorm in this deck. That's a little better. The ley line is pretty cool. We definitely need help. We definitely need help. What will they get? Something too expensive, surely. Really? That's like the one card. Of course. Well, they spent treasure for it. I guess that's good for me. No fetch lands to go along with this yet. The reef is kind of interesting eventually. We need mana here. This will... needs 5 mana really to kind of get cooking, doesn't it? I don't know if they want to brainstorm here. So the brainstorm is basically to kind of like fix these kind of really heavy mana intensive hands. I really can't like utilize it, right? It's very hard to like always utilize like a 10 drop, a 7 drop. It's just, so that's just helps kind of like, you know, fix some of those out, cycle them through. That's nice. And that's actually going to start our surveil train, so that's kind of fun. And that's a cityscape leveler, so that's pretty cool too. And it's going to be pretty hard for them to deal with this. I mean, I've seen some mono red decks kind of play a lot of spot removal, but it's a little bit more difficult for them, I'd say. But yeah, they're more than capable. They have enough mana to do like 2 burn spells here. And that basically cut me out. I'm feeling a little bit better now. I kind of want to do this, but it's probably going to be really bad if I do this. But this seems really nice to equip this. But I guess I have 2 cards in my graveyard, so... Yeah, I think it's probably just a leyline axe and just slam in. Can I dirge for something here? I mean, it just helps get stuff in my graveyard. I don't really know what this would help me do. I guess we'll wait for that. Yeah, obviously this is our kind of layup here. Like, we don't really have too much to do if... I mean, they have to let that kind of just chill, right? Well, that's kind of crazy. Now they can take care of my Teval? With 8 mana? Not yet. Goblin Bushwhacker. Nope. I think we're pretty safe here. So yeah, that was just kind of the leyline difference. I mean, that's kind of what it's there for. Just to kind of get in with a Teval. Keep us alive and kind of do stuff like that. Alright, bye. Yeah, so I guess it was good that we didn't, drop an Ugin, because it was going to be pretty bad on the way back. They had a lot of damage coming through. It's tempting, though. It was tempting to hardcast Ugin for sure. Wow, a Tameo now. So we're in some nasty stuff. I don't know if we're going to be able to like kind of demonstrate the combo, but we will do our best. I do like this hand because it's just like a surveil masterpiece, and just like so many cards going to the grave, spells, surveil lands doing stuff. You can like kind of manipulate your draw to an extent with the brainstorm. One mention though is that what will happen is if you do put Aeons Torn into your graveyard, it will have the unfortunate, like, I guess it is kind of a downside in most circumstances, that it'll actually shuffle your graveyard back into your library. So That is actually a downside, isn't it? So we definitely want to keep getting lands, I think. Surveilling is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I don't want to like risk. What's our play next turn? I think it is land. This can actually find our Emmy and just like help us draw it, which would be kind of fun. So, and that was kind of like the whole point, is to kind of get into an Emrakul, right? I just want to make sure I'm just, yeah, this is fine. More surveilling is good. And I think we're good now. Yeah, because we're going to be putting Emrakul to the top. This one. Okay, maybe they'll flip their Tameo now. They have the possibilities to do that. Yep, so here's the flip. Really good card that's got stronger even with the Tameo here, so that's not very good for us. But we can definitely kind of filter out some things for the moment. I'll try to brainstorm here. Oh, nice. I don't think we're getting to this one or this one. I don't know what I can get. You know, I should really put in as God, what is it called? It's from Final Fantasy. I should definitely like put this and put that in here. Well, they're gonna do their like 7 draw a million cards here in a second. Cavern would be cool for Golem here, and I could just take that out. Can't even do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need a cavern here. I don't know. We'll see. This is not an Eldrazi, so it's not like the best. It's better for like the Sire and stuff. Okay. Alright, well, that was not very fun. And that happens. This happens, definitely. This is definitely something that happens. I think I'm gonna get rid of, I don't know. It's kinda hard. This Wumpus is kind of cool to like kind of trigger off like our labyrinth and stuff, but maybe too many of these is kind of like a little crazy. It's getting a little crazy, man, I'll have to say. But I definitely want like Esper Origins for sure for that dirge. At the very least. We probably could have had a better toolbox. We're trying to kind of getting ahead of ourselves a little bit there, I think. So we'll do one more game, see how it goes. It's still like kind of like an adventure, like a Definitely like a side quest, as you'd say, to kind of like freely cast Emrakul for sure. And I think maybe it should be unbanned. I think it's kind of time for that. That's my professional opinion about that so far. Definitely a scary card though, with like just hitting the board early with like an Indomitable Creativity or something. But yeah, it's probably the Wormcoil, even though that was like nearly castable. I don't know. I don't think it's this though. I don't think it's this stuff. It's gonna build our graveyard is cool. Yeah, maybe it is the Entis Restoration. I don't know if we need this much ramp. And it doesn't really... We don't have, like, really the curve before it. It's kind of an after effect, right? Cool. I'm very happy with the deck, guys. Let me know what you think. I think it was a really sweet one. See if we can get a hey bye moment here. Okay. We'll free mulligan this one. Not my favorite. I guess this is better. Let's go 1-3 here. And just ramp. This really helps with counterability. So nice, kind of faded a lot of nastiness there. Cloud Key. Enchantments. Sure. I think if we just like animate this, we're in a pretty swell situation. So we're gonna try that, mill a bunch of cards, and go from there. Yeah, let's do some ramping. I have seen some Wraths in this deck lately, but I don't think they have Wrath mana, unless they're playing like Dam or something. Sure. Pretty smooth, guys. Let's drop into another one. It's getting a little late. Been kind of grinding this one out for you. It's a very interesting deck. Gets you into a higher queue, I'd say, than kind of normal. So just be expected to find a little bit of a nastiness out there with this one. So we're playing High Perfect Morkan, which is like a Wither commander. So we'll see how this one goes. I think we're pretty good against it. Yeah, I do love this one. We finally got the Persist in our hand, too. Very, like, attainable Ugin here, actually. And like I said, this could be like a series. We're just going to kind of grind this one out until we do it. Okay, Kami's sweet. Mesmeric Orb. That's an amazing card for us. Okay. I definitely need to get creatures in there for my persist. That could somewhat do it, but I need to kind of go here. So this has the most opportunity for that. This is instant speed. Does this do any buffing? Yeah, it does. It does proliferate, so. And this is just making lots of tokens. Yikes. Hopefully they don't put any counters on themselves. Okay, they're going very wide here. These are not elves, though. They're spirits. But it's just creatures in general. No elves. Ah, the Null Drifter is very cool for us here. We'll take the land. So, drop this. Get this. Drifter. The Bloom Tender would just die. If everything goes to plan, Null Drifter hits the board, Halfling lives, we get to cast Teval, and then we have so many cards in the grave already, so we're very close to just a hard cast or Ugin with the Teval. And then this can simply go into another Mesmeric Orb. So they're going pretty wide, though. Pretty spooky. So I wonder if they're going to be able to get enough elves on the battlefield to start hitting my stuff. I can go blight that guy. That's fine. I need my halfling to live. These are not elves, though. So this could die. I wanted to go to the graveyard for what I want to do next. So I have 6 cards. Not quite enough to do my thing, but at least enough to get a Worm Coil engine down. Dragon. This opponent is not really enjoying this game very much. I don't know. Not sure. I do think that eventually, though, like in probably an EDH format where it's a little bit slower, I could develop a little more. I could imagine getting like a mesmeric orb down here and really juicing up, and then like finding the components we need to get into our insatiable avarice or our worldly tutor. Get our Emmy into a spot where we could probably do all those things at once. I think there would be enough mana, like, because Insatiable Avarice is like two black. This would only be like a blue, like with a juicy graveyard, right? And I think we could probably do all the things we needed to do. Let's just put it on the Wormcoil engine. It's okay to die, right? Ice Teal. So I don't have any lands in there. Super sad, Do have this land. I can just play that as a land. Just tempting. Ow. Oh, shit. There it is. Yeah, I'll take that. Dude, can we do this? Can we get the orb going? And then the Emmy going? I don't know. I don't really know. We just died to a hoof anyways. But it is interesting. Interesting game here. What does this do? Does this have any card advantage built into it? Okay. Any elves in the graveyard? No. Man, what's gonna happen? I definitely don't want to swing into this because it just would gain life, right? It has death touch. Ooh, that was pretty ballsy, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it's this. It's over. Man, yeah, I think that would have been the one, like, see the Mesmeric Orb here, and then an easy Emrakul. That'd be an easy one. Well, so this was part one. We're gonna just keep this going, guys. We're just gonna, you'll know when it's over when it's over. This is gonna be something fun we can do. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. We actually did a live stream from the casino, so we're gonna definitely do more video poker for you guys. Just kind of showcase Vegas, maybe visit, some restaurants here and there on a live stream. It would be fun. We'll try to engage with all of you and kind of get ready for MagicCon. I can't wait to hang out with y'all and kind of maybe go out in the town and kind of check it out. I'll show you around. I'll show you some places. But yeah, this is about it, guys. This is it. And I'll see you all guys later. This will be part 1 of hard casting Emrakul, the Aeons Torn. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye. One thing I want to mention about this is that these cards like Dredger's Insight, now this thing, when it hits the graveyard, it's going to shuffle your graveyard into your library, which isn't the greatest thing. But I do believe that some of these act in a way where, like a Malevolent Rumble, where you can just simply put it into your hand, so you don't do that, right? I think like for the like the cash grab, those will be milled, and I think this will go on the stack once it hits the board, hits the graveyard, and it'll simply, shuffle it back in immediately. But at least for the Malevolent Rumble, you can have the option of just putting it into your hand immediately, which is what you want to do. You want to make sure that you keep your graveyard nice and fat. All right, so these are like your 2 Nombos as your cash grab and your Treasures Insight. I do believe you don't have the ability to fetch this out, but it would be in your best interest to do that if you are able to kind of bypass that trigger on the stack, or however this triggers, and grab it essentially with one of these and just put it right into your hand, because this will hit a permanent card of any kind, and this will also hit a creature as well. So maybe there is a way you just kind of grab it, right? But I'm not sure. For sure, I think the Malevolent Rumble would bypass any graveyard hitting if you would want to take it other than any other choice, because you would lose your graveyard, right? It's just a reveal. So that's a little note there. And that's about it, guys. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye.